Hello? Are we streaming? Are you receiving me? Okay, we up in this bitch. What's good? Do I sound good? Ooh, I sound good. Do I sound good? Ooh, I sound... Trebion! Trebion, John. Trebion, John. My dog's disrespecting me. What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Dirtbag Dan, with another edition of Cancel Dan. No, we actually got some channel updates today. We got some info. We got live battles coming back to the channel. How about that? Lucho, my guy. Daniel Ellis, what's good? So, yeah, we up in this bitch. We out here. It's Thursday. The fuck is the date? June 18th. Yo. Another wild week in the world, right? So, I wanted to come out and give you guys a little update on some shit we got going on this weekend in the weeks to come. And then I figured I would just rant for a little bit because I was bored sitting at the house. I wanted to come kick it. I brought Trebion with me, but he's disrespecting me for some reason. He doesn't want to come kick it at all. Trebion! Whatever. Yo. Okay, we sound good? Okay, cool. Sounds good to me, shit. Yeah, so first up, this weekend, guys, we got something special going on right here on the channel on Sunday. So Sunday afternoon, our channel is going to be part of Make Music San Jose, which is an entire, like, country-wide thing. Oh, he's downstairs watching children's anime. He's watching the Last Airbender. I told him to watch Dorohedoro, but he's a child at heart, so he's going to just keep watching The Last Airbender. So, yeah. I miss bar pong sometimes. I used to be more frustrated all the time. I'm less frustrated these days, and I'm healthier. But I do miss bar pong from time to time. The Last Airbender is respectful. I'm not mad at The Last Airbender. But it is a child's anime, and he's a grown-ass man. So he could watch a grown-ass man anime, like the third season of Baki, now available on Netflix, or Dorohedoro, probably the best new anime this year. Best anime of 2020. So, speaking of events, Pixie. We're going to... Hunter x Hunter is my favorite fucking anime ever. Come here. Trebion, come here. Come up here. Everybody wants to see you. Oh, look at my little guy. Everybody say hi to Trebion. It's hot, so he's wearing his big old smile. Yeah, yeah. Oh, my God. I love this guy. When he wears this little shirt, I want to call him Kevin. He looks like a Kevin in this shirt, right? And we match. We're kind of like matching. Kind of like matching guys. Yeah, matching guys. Look at these guys. Look at these guys doing their stuff on the YouTube, doing the stream. We streaming. Yeah, yeah. We streaming. Get it. Trebion. All right, go ahead. Do your thing. Sorry. I get excited when I see the little guy. Oh, that's awesome. I miss having cats. Congratulations on adopting kitties. I miss having cats. I had cats my whole life. Don't lick the microphone. You got something to say? I had cats my whole life, and Deuce passed away about 6 months ago, and I kind of decided that I'm not going to be getting any more cats until I got a lot of property, and then maybe I'll get some like barn cats or something. But as far as like house cats, inside, outside cats, they're too fucking wild for me, man. They want to go out and fight and fuck all night. Come back with abscesses, run around the street and shit. You can control dogs. Dogs want to be controlled. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, little Trabies? You can't go run in the street. Yeah, Deuce was an awesome cat. So was Moo Moo. Moo Moo was probably my favorite cat ever. But motherfucking, he was old. He was like 17 years old when he passed away. So that's a pretty good run for a cat. Yeah. Trayvon's here, everybody. Looking good. Feeling good. If you guys follow on Instagram, we picked up a St. Bernard pit bull mix named Vida. And we dropped her off for an adoption sleepover on Wednesday. It's going great. We're going to have her back for the weekend, which is awesome because she's really great with my girls. So I'm excited to have her back for the weekend. And then she's going to go back. Hey, somebody's just hitting me up about Vita right now. So what I was saying, bang, Pixie. We do actually... I'm just like way out of order with all this shit. I'm kind of blabbing, but fuck it. Next month, July 11th, we're going to be doing some live and in-person battles at a secret location. That's all I'm going to say for now. It is going to be in San Jose. It's an invite-only event. It's not a public event. But if you know me, if you're a friend of the channel, if you're someone who came out to events in the past and you want to come out to an event since it's been such a long time, just hit me up and we'll give you that information. But we are going to be doing some live battles on July 11th. And then we're not going to be streaming the battles live. The battles will happen at a location. We're going to film the battles. And then we will either that evening or the next day premiere them live on the channel, the whole card. And then after that, we'll release them one by one, kind of like we do typically with battles. It'll be nice to get back into the swing of things. The card is kind of, it's like a hodgepodge of a lot of the cards that we were putting together with the up and coming guys before this shit, the COVID shit happened. So don't get too fucking excited. We don't got Lux coming out or nothing. But I don't think that matters. I think people are just going to be so happy to be at an event and like with other people, you know, even if we're 6 feet away and we're doing our social distancing thing, because we are going to try to do our best to make sure that we adhere to all the guidelines, whatever they are at that point, because this is July 11th and things are starting to open up now. It is going to be an outdoor event, so we're not going to be all crammed inside of a building. Basically, we're operating to the best of our, we're going to do an outdoor event. We're doing all the shit that we're supposed to do with regards to the COVID restrictions. Now, we're not like registering this event with the city or anything, which is why I'm not, or the county or whatever, which is why I'm not releasing the information right now, which is why it's an invite only thing. But that being said, like, I just want people to know they can come out and you're not going to be like crammed in a building with a bunch of people fucking breathing on you, because that's a scary thing right now. If you are worried about being around a bunch of other people, you will be, if you want to come to this event, you'll be outdoors and you'll be able to social distance and you can wear a mask if you want to, all that shit. So yeah, there we go. We got some battles going down on July 11th. The card in its entirety, who's battling and where it's at and all that shit is going to be released very slowly over the next few weeks. So, but you can count on watching these battles premiered live on this channel, either the day that they happen, Saturday the 11th of July, or probably more likely we'll do it Sunday afternoon. We'll just run the whole card out, and then we'll do a podcast afterwards where we sit down and talk about all the battles and shit. So it'll be nice to get back to creating some new live content. And I'm sure while we're there, we'll set up some kind of bar pong situation or something like that. So, yeah, we appreciate it. I know you'll be there, Powers. Speaking of Powers, so Eric and Ryan are going to be here on Sunday. This Sunday, we're going to be taking part in this Make Music festival that's kind of going on all over the country, and all these different cities are having different channels where different local artists are releasing like exclusive content, and we're going to be playing a bunch. They're going to be streaming from 2 to 5 p.m. and they're going to be playing a bunch of exclusive content that's been sent to them by local bands. And one of the things that we have to play that day is a new Death Dealers Anonymous mix that Itchy the Killer put together today, which is fucking awesome. And I'm going to cut a new video to it. So there's going to be like a new Death Dealers experience. And on that new Death Dealers shit, there is a brand new Death Dealers song that's unreleased. So Sunday, there'll be a whole like music festival thing going on. And there will also be a DDA chunk in there. There'll be like a 10-minute DDA video crammed somewhere in the live music that's being played between 2 and 5 p.m. right here on this channel. And it should be super fucking cool. Maybe it'll be something we do more often if we get a bunch of cool videos from live bands. Because, I mean, I like the idea of using the channel to promote local music. Of course. Of course. Oh, the Deal Death hoodies, man. That's Powers again. We gotta make more of those, dude. We haven't made any merch because there's no fucking shows, and I hate sending shit out. We do have a website where you can order merch and then they send it straight to you, and then I don't have to do anything, and that's tight. We just don't have the Deal Death zip up on there. We're gonna drop a new shirt on there next month, and then I'll make more of the Deal Death shirts before we do a Death Dealer show, whenever the fuck that's going to be. So I'm excited about that. Hey, so the event is free. Yeah, we're not charging any money for the event. So that's good. It's not going to be, you're going to be able to watch it for free here on the channel. As far as the actual event goes, I don't think, if there is a cover, it's very small. It's a session of sorts, so you can come pick up some awesome flour and edibles and stuff like that. Like I said, it's going to be invite only and at a private location, so it won't be promoted like a regular event. But those of you who are like friends of the channel, friends of me, guys who came out to events in the past, you've probably been here before, just hit me up and we'll give you all the information. Bang! 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 Like that, like that, like that. Yeah. So, and we will, the DDA vid that I'm putting together, like the DDA mix video that Itchy cut, that we're going to be playing on the channel as part of this music festival thing this weekend. I'm going to make it available for patrons only after we play it once on the thing this weekend. And then after the Ruin Your Day volume, is it 3 or 4? Whatever. After the next Ruin Your Day volume comes out, then I'll make it available on YouTube just for everybody. But the song that we put on the Ruin Your Day is the exclusive song that I'm playing on this music festival thing. So I don't want to release it for everybody until Ruin Your Day 4 comes out. So you will eventually get to see this mix if you don't see it this Sunday. I suggest tuning in this Sunday because there's probably going to be a bunch of other cool music shit going on too. But if you don't get to see it this Sunday, if you're a patron, you'll be able to see it whenever. If you're not a patron, it'll be available when Ruin Your Day 4 drops, which is like probably very soon, because I remember him saying mid to late June. So it's mid-June right now. So bang! I think that was all the news shit. So I could just fucking don't you ever cancel Avocado. What if they did? For what would they do it? One, he's a goddamn saint. But that would be it. Then I'd quit too. You'd have to cancel me. as well. Well, here I am trying to get canceled. Not really, though. I don't even say anything too fucking risky. I swear, though, if I ever, like, you know, had some kind of moderate success instead of very meek and meager success, which is what I've had to this point. Minimal success. I've had success, my friend, but minimal, you know? Nothing to brag about. You have to look it up to find out it exists. You can't just see me and go, oh, that guy's successful. So, but if I ever had moderate success, oof, my guy, they're going to pull up old podcasts. They're going to be like, this guy threatened to blow rape a child. And whether that's true or not, because I think we checked and made sure that kid was 18, it's still not a good look. It's not a good story to have to tell, and it's likely going to cost me the career I don't have. So there you go. Just that one thing. And that's one thing. How many terrible fucking things did I say on the podcast? We did more than almost 200 episodes. So I said loads of terrible shit. I don't even know what I said. A lot of times I was intoxicated, heavily intoxicated. All of those things would and will come back to bite me in the ass someday. Would if I have moderate success, and will probably just anyways. Just because this cancel shit is going so far that they're probably just going to start canceling people for nothing, you know? You don't even have to freak out in a park, be a weird little racist to get canceled. You could just have had a podcast once. I seen there. I can't even keep up with who's getting canceled for what. There's obviously like situations where, like the Chris D'Elia thing, which seems to be or D'Elia or whatever the fuck, not funny guy. That guy is like on some Cosby shit where there's like 60 different young girls coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, he did this to me." So yeah, that's a clear cancel dude situation, right? We don't need to wait for the courts to process that one. We have all the evidence we need. Other situations, like I don't even know what they're canceling J. Cole for today. I know he's having a rap battle with a female, which is very interesting. Doesn't seem like his style, but hey, it's strange times. It's very strange times. Is Travion out there screaming? Travion! Travion, are you being rude? Come here. Are you barking at people? Are you being a rude little gentleman? Look at how you're going to wear this shirt and be disrespectful. You look like you're a little fox. You look like a little boxy fox. Travion Sean. Your name is Jean. Travion Jean, the buggy boy. A boo goo goo goo. I'll get canceled for that right there. Right? I touched that dog inappropriately. Hit like for Travion for show. Fucking pop a little super chat for Trey Beasy. That boy is fancy. He wears t-shirts. What was I saying? Yeah, I can't, it's hard to keep up with it. Within battle rap, oof, I'm not touching that shit. Oh my gosh. Oof. So, ugh. It's like the Tech 9 situation all over again, where I'm just like, I don't want to, I got nothing to do with that shit. And I hate the whole blanket statement whenever like one person does something questionable or terrible or whatever in battle rap, then all of a sudden it's like, man, battle rap is fucked up. I mean, look at everything. Ryan was just telling me that they canceled all of wrestling yesterday because of a bunch of rape stuff. So what the fuck? I mean, what? Hollywood's terrible. The music industry is terrible. Like, what industry isn't flooded with pedophiles? Holy shit. What kind of a world are we living in? It's like all of the curtains are being pulled down and then cardboard or wood is being nailed over all of the windows. And it's just a strange time to be alive. Folk singers, yeah, terrible people. I mean, all those old rock, like classic rock dudes, were all dating like 16-year-old girls for sure. I get it was a different time. Yikes. Just yikes, guys. Just a whole bunch of yikes. Doja Cat, Chris D'Elia, J. Cole as of late. It's a pretty accurate list. I think, the dude from that 70s show got arrested. But that he had got canceled before. And then they pulled out the shackles on old boy. Because they clearly had some fucking actionable evidence. Regardless, I mean, fuck. I think there's so many. Goddamn Hyde, we all loved him. I didn't. There's so many, like, systematic issues in the world, right? Like, clearly, Hollywood is a fucking systematic creep show, and it has been for years. And then, we're dealing with like the worst forms of systematic racism, and the backlash to it is crazy. Like, I don't know if people are really paying attention or realize what the fuck is happening in the world, but there's more people are being assaulted by police since George Floyd than, there's not, I guess there's just more cameras out if we're really being honest about it. But I think something like 120 people have been killed by the police since George Floyd was murdered by the police. So that's crazy. That's a lot of fucking people. And then there's all these stories about people being fucking lynched and nobody's talking about it. It's not on the news. And then they're being like, oh, it's a suicide. No, it's not. It's clearly, and where is it happening? Northern California, fucking, where all the fucking crazy fucking Nazi rednecks live and shit. It's really a fucking scary time, and things are going to get worse. And I think that it's super easy for everybody to look at all these systematic issues and go, I can't do nothing about that shit. Collectively, as a society, we're going to have to do something about this shit. We're going to have to do something about all this shit. And if the past is any indication, like, it's going to get worse before it gets better. There's going to be more backlash from the police and the powers that be as we strip them of their power and allocate resources in the right places. Like, it's not going to be, nobody gives that shit up easy. So I'm saying, like, every single one of us got to do more. We got to do more and less of that diffusion of responsibility shit where we go, that, those homeless people, that's a systematic issue. I can't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? It's like, fucking, well, you can't do nothing about homelessness, but you might could reach out to that person and see what you can do for them to help them today, to make their lives better today. I feel like I'm all fucking, I be on my high and mighty shit because I saved a few dogs. I'm just realizing that you can do a lot as one person, and that so many times I drove by a dog or a person that needed help, and I didn't do shit about it because it's not my problem. Like, and it's not your problem either, but it's our problem, right? It's all of our problems. So we got to start affecting change in our own sphere of influence. We got to start making a difference where we can, and stop ignoring things that are systematic issues and saying, oh, I can't do anything about that, so I'm not gonna do anything about that. Well, find out. You know what I'm saying? Like, find out if you can do something before you just pass the buck or throw all the we pass the responsibility of a lot of this shit onto police officers, and they don't even want it, and then they don't want to be defunded at the same time. It's fucking ridiculous. But obviously, those aren't the people who we want taking care of our community. Right now, maybe at some time it was effective for some people, but right now it ain't effective for all people, and that's not good enough. So we got to start being good enough ourselves. I'm ranting. Yeah. The world is crazy. No matter what system is in place, America has had it good for so long. Now people whine about any little thing. Yeah, I think that it's okay to whine if you're gonna try to affect change in some way. It's like the passing the buck is the issue. It's not the complaining that's the issue. Complaining is a byproduct of shit being fucked up. You know what I mean? So, and I actually made a statement today on Twitter that led to a whole bunch of fucking other tweets, because I don't argue on the internet, but if I feel like I can make a point, I'll try to make a point. So what I said was, if silence in the face of racism is being complicit, then how come wealth in the face of poverty isn't? And I think that, to me, is a big question. But I think when you say that to people, to some people, it ultimately means like, oh, I should be spending my money on other people. Like, no, I don't. Should anybody have so fucking much while anybody else has so fucking little? And the biggest, I mean, like, we celebrate that. We celebrate wealth. We celebrate obscene wealth, you know, like, you know, I grew up watching lifestyles of the rich and famous and shit. You know what I mean? Like, all the music, you know what I mean, that I've grown up listening to, and even the music that I make is about obscene, is about just getting money. You know what I mean? And keeping it for yourself. And making it rain, and that's good. Making it rain was always good for the hoes. But yeah, like, I don't think that we should be celebrating people who have the ability to do much more. Their sphere of influence is much larger. What they can affect is way bigger than you know, most people. And they don't, you know. Charity is such a fucking throwaway word as far as, like, you know, like, what portion of your you know, how much money you make annually, like, what portion are you supposed to give to charity, like, as like, morally? Like, that's weird in general, the notion that, like, there's a percentage of what you have that you're supposed to give away, and that there's like an acceptable percentage, versus like if you have enough, why wouldn't you just try to make sure other people have enough too? You know what I mean? Like, you know, the people who we celebrate as philanthropists are often, most of the time, obscenely wealthy people who live way beyond their means. And what we celebrate them for, the differences they make in the world, but are they doing all they can? No, absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and the reality is that, like, if we all started on a 1-to-1, and it was like, okay, like, you know, it's like a foot race to get money. Well, then if what I get is mine and what you get is yours, and that's fucking cool. You weren't as fast as me. You didn't work as hard as me. You didn't run as fast as me, whatever. But that ain't the fucking truth at all. Like, they didn't even make redlining illegal until the 70s. Like, and it's still people still, and that's just like overtly illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like there's still practices in play that are meant to keep people from obtaining wealth, specific people, you know, mostly based on race. So the fact that less than, 50 years ago, there were laws in place that prevented people from getting wealth specifically. Like, how the fuck do we celebrate anybody that has a bunch of money in an unfair race? You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck is that cool? How the fuck does a Jeff Bezos exist? How the fuck can you be so rich that you could get a divorce and make the richest woman just by getting a divorce? Is that cool for anybody? Sounds like some like super socialist ass shit. Personally, I don't have any political ideals. I'm a shitbag. But it just seems to me like obscene wealth in the face of insane poverty, which is what we're dealing with right now. If you live in the Bay Area or probably anywhere in the world, there's homeless people everywhere, you know? And then there's one guy who's so rich he can get a divorce and make the richest woman. That don't make no fucking sense, you know? Like, the system is broken, and the people who are controlling it are that minute percent that have all the resources, and then there's all of us fighting each other for fucking scraps. It's ridiculous. I refuse to be a part of that shit in any way, shape, or form, and I'll never be someone who lives beyond my means. I've found so much peace, I guess. I'm way happier now doing what I do and devoting my life to something that helps save lives. Dogs mean a lot to me, and people too, like, because the people that we give these dogs to, and even the people that we take these dogs from, it sometimes is like someone's in a situation where they can't take care of a dog and they love that dog. They don't want it to just go to some stranger and not ever be able to have any kind of peace of mind and knowing that it found the perfect home. You know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, like doing this work has helped me feel a lot better about myself and be less angry and focus my intentions and my goals and look at the people around me that I'm spending my time with and decide whether or not like I want to be spending my time with people that don't have those same ideals. And like right now I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and if anything I just want everybody to be able to feel that way too. And I think if you just make the effort to try to affect the things that are just in your fucking world, not trying to, like there are certainly large issues that we as a society need to work towards fixing. And as a society, those of us who are like-minded need to be ready to stand up when the time comes. Because it's not, like I said, motherfuckers are going to get, they're going to crack the whip harder when we start taking the power back more and more. So at some point, like being passive isn't going to work anymore. And if you're really for the shit, you're going to have to do something extra. But for now, you don't just wait for that shit to happen. We could try to change the things that are in our sphere of influence, and we could quit diffusing the responsibility of these problems that are systematic and start looking at these problems as individuals or situations that maybe we can affect, and then make some effort to affect those things. And one of the ways that we're going to do that here is that every single event that we do from now until we don't do this shit anymore is all going to be a charitable event. Every single thing we do, all of the people that come to the event, all of the battlers that are involved in the event, everybody that takes part is going to be able to, at the end of the day, look at what we've accomplished as a group. It's not going to be like, oh, we put a bunch of money in this guy's pocket or that guy's pocket or whatever. We're going to be able to go, look, we saved this person's life. We paid for a surgery for a dog here. We built a fucking tiny house. You know what I mean? Whatever. We're going to start making a difference instead of just being out for ourselves, especially when we exist in this culture, in this community that we're lucky to be a part of. And we got to start, stop being so fucking selfish and all about ourselves and start, trying to make a difference. Sound like a fucking idiot, don't I? He also created jobs for hundreds and thousands of people, though. Did he? Because you can argue that as many small businesses have been destroyed by this new form of commerce as you can that, have small businesses that have started. I'm talking brick and mortars. I'm not talking like you want to sell fucking whatever arts and crafts and shit. I'm talking like I used to work at a skate shop. They don't exist anymore because you could buy everything cheaper on the internet. I know that the people who work in those Amazon factories work like fucking slaves. They can't sit down on the job. They have allotted amounts of time that they're able to fucking sit down or stand still, short breaks. They work old ladies ridiculous fucking hours. I don't want to hear anything positive about fucking Jeff Bezos. That whole fucking system is fucked. But Amazon Prime's great. They got Blade of the Immortal, I guess. You know what? There's that diffusion of responsibility shit. I guess it's not directly his fault because he's just capitalizing off a system that was built to prop up people like him and push everybody else down. But if you're the dude that's doing that, then fuck you. And if it was some other dude, then fuck him, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's how I feel. Fuck that dude. Fucking selfish, resource hoarding goon who's certainly damaging the world more than he's affecting change. Yeah. So fuck that guy. But yeah. Yeah, and they don't pay their people great either. Growing pains of human advancement. I won't accept that. I won't accept that human advancement has to be in the age of information. Like, why? It's not like we're building fucking pyramids. We don't need slave labor to build pyramids anymore. It's the age of fucking information. Like, we can do this shit without exploiting people. It's just the fact that the systems were built by the people that exploit people. So they're going to continue to exploit people for as long as they fucking can until we burn it the fuck down realistically, because crises precipitates change. That's it. Ain't going to be no peaceful protest to fucking all these people who are the 1% of the people, the less than 1% of the people that control 99% of the wealth. There's no way they're just going to give it to us. Like, yeah, all right, you guys sat in the street for long enough. No, we're going to have to burn shit the fuck down. So when it's time to do that, let's fucking go. But it's going to have to be organized and collective and then not at the same time in madness. And it's going to be ugly and fucking terrible. And it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, because that's what history says. If you look at any progressive movement, shit got worse before it got better. And we can't even look at the civil rights movement in that way because it never got finished. They murdered the leaders and fucking shut the shit down by making everybody think it's okay and making a whole group of people be able to accept the fact that racism isn't their problem because it was their grandparents or their great-grandparents or their great-great-grandparents. Well, fuck you. That is your fucking problem. Where did your money come from? If your grandparents could fucking make money and fucking somebody else's can't, then it is your fucking problem. You're benefiting from a system that is systematically fucking people. I'm just ranting. I'm not even, at this point, I've went over the time. Yeah. Anti-racism, what? Anti-racism isn't the answer? I'm pretty sure anti-racism is the answer to everything. I don't think, or more appropriately, racism isn't the answer to anything, right? Thanks for that thought. Yeah. I mean, I was passing tweets back and forth with someone today, and I just kept trying to explain the same thing that I'm trying to explain now. But I'm not gonna resort to name calling, and I'm not gonna argue with anybody. But it just like, God, if you don't fucking see it, if you can't see what's happening, it's like you're fucking blind. You're blind. And you're certainly complicit. And everybody's going to have to fucking speak up and not be silent in the face of racism and not be fucking flashing your cash around in front of fucking poor people. Like, maybe that isn't something we should celebrate. Maybe we should look at people for what they do and for others instead of what they do for themselves as a form of success. You know what I mean? I think everybody should be forced to get a dog when they're like 12, 13 years old, when you're able to take care of one. And then we'll just judge you based on how cool your fucking dog is. How many tricks does your dog know? How clean, fucking healthy is your dog? If you've got a dirty dog that don't know any tricks, you're a piece of shit. Like, I think that's a great way to judge people. Let's do that shit. If you're allergic to dogs, you better have a pretty fucking cool cat or something. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Zan. And I'm in this weird place where, like, I feel like all my music is this super fucking cathartic release for me of just like all of my most heinous thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in a cool fucking way. Like in my mind, I'm living in this dystopian world and I'm some kind of like Mad Max-esque fucking person who's just trying to fucking survive and fucking doing a good ass job of it. But in real life, I'm just looking at how fucked up everything is and how long I spent focusing on dumb shit. And I don't want to do that anymore at all. Period. So I think I'm done podcasting. That was it for this edition of Cancel Dan. Like I said, Sunday we got a live stream going on here from 2 to 5 p.m. where we're going to be playing a bunch of music from local bands, and there's going to be some new DDA shit in there, exclusive DDA shit that will be available on Patreon later, and Ruin Your Day 4. After that comes out, we'll put out the mix for everybody on YouTube. Also, we're doing some live battles, invite only, secret event, July 11th. I don't know. Don't hit me up about it. Hit Ryan. Hit Ryan up about it. Oh, that's fucked up. But yeah, we'll slowly release the information about that as we can. And just know that those battles will be streamed free for everybody. on Sunday the 12th, and then we'll release them on YouTube one by one after that. Good night.